I love making vision boards. I'm sure you do too, which is why you're watching this video. And with 2021 coming up right around the corner, I thought we'd talk about 15 different ways I've made vision boards in the past and how you can do it too. So the first thing that you'll need to do is determine what it is that you want. This is hard sometimes. And if you're having trouble deciding really clear, concrete things or experiences or people that you'd like to attract into your life, I would consider doing the Artist Way Challenge, which is that 12-week program that I had chatted about in other videos. Or you could pull from past experiences that you really enjoyed, look through magazines, watch movies. There's so many different ways that you can do this, but maybe create a list before you get started with actual vision board work. Then you'll want to decide on a format which will allow you to gather the correct materials. I'm going to go over 15 ways to do the actual vision board, which will hopefully give you some ideas of what to gather. Committing to having fun with it is a really important aspect as far as prep work goes, because there's a chance that someone might make fun of you for making a vision board or presenting it in your house, but you have to just commit to knowing that this is something that's going to make you feel good, that you enjoy it, and not to care about what others think. Set the tone and get creating. This is also really fun too, because this is an opportunity to look at all the potentiality that life has for you. So lighting candles, watching funny movies in the background, making it colorful, that's all really fun, because really what a vision board is doing is trying to make it so that you feel good. So why not make the whole process of creating the vision board feel good? And then finally, after you've gathered everything and done the prep work, I like to give thanks in advance to knowing that all these things are something that you want for a reason, and to give thanks for that. So the 15 fun ideas, they come in two forms. One is either in a literal form, so it's displaying exactly what it is that you want, whether it's a person, an experience, or a thing. You have a picture of it and you're putting it up on the wall to remind you of that. So you're either, as the law of attraction states, attracting what it is that you want, or maybe it reminds you just by seeing it that it's something that you want and would like to work towards, or you are being attracting by focusing on the feelings. So the image isn't necessarily of exactly what you want, but more of the feeling of, it gives you the feeling of having that thing. So you're attracting what it is that you want. I know I could have explained that better, but so that's the two different ways. So you'll see a lot of vision boards, and I have one too, where there's quotes and things like that. You're not necessarily attracting those exact sayings, but it's making you feel good. So the first way is to do a computer desktop. This is when I saw Angie Belmar, who is an influencer here on YouTube. She created one for her desktop, and I hadn't even thought of the fact that you can put vision boards on different surfaces, even electronic ones. So after I saw that, I was like, oh my goodness, I gotta redo my phone, which is my second thing to do. You have that home screen, then also you have that little screen that you wake the phone up with. Two different surfaces that you can then place what it is that you want or that you're working towards on either of those for reminders, probably all day long. If you're like me, you're constantly looking at your phone. Well, I shouldn't say constantly, but there's notifications and all that fun stuff. So there's lots of opportunity to look at it. The third thing is a television screensaver. Again, one other surface. I have Apple TV, and I didn't really realize this, but if you're in the photos in your album and you favorite different photos, it's going to be placed on your Apple TV. So I like to mix up family photos with quotes and things that I want. The fourth way is the traditional board. So that's that poster board that you'll see on different movies that talk about this concept of vision boarding. You'll see most people talking about this format, whether it's in a collage or it's a simple photo that's placed onto the board that just reminds you of it. You'll usually present this around the house, or maybe you'll hide it. There's that story, I forget what his name is again. He put his house, his dream house, on the vision board and then packed it away, and years later his kid found it in the box and they realized they moved into their dream house. So it's things like that. The fifth way is to actually put the collage, the photo, whatever it is that you're trying to envision yourself having, being, embodying, put it in your planner. So it's another opportunity to touch, feel, look at it on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. It's just another place to be reminded of those good feelings. And then finally, screenshotting images when you're on your phone. If you're sitting down on the couch, rather than just flipping through things mindlessly, actually be on a search for things that you enjoy, things that make you feel good. Take a screenshot of it, edit out any of the other unnecessary items, and then add it to a folder on your phone. Either call it vision board or call it maybe a specific thing that you want. I like doing this outside of social media apps like like Pinterest, because then it's distraction free. So it's only what it is that you want and they're not suggesting anything else to you. The 7th thing to do with a vision board or create is to create one with your kids. And I did this with my boys, and it was really fun way to introduce goal setting and talk about what they want and why they want it. It was just like a nice arts and crafts project too. The 8th way is creating or purchasing or making a symbolic object, an object that makes you feel like you already have what it is that you want. If it's something like a vacation to the Bahamas, you have a candle that smells like ocean, or something that reminds you of wherever it is that you want a vacation. Anything that is going to trigger that good feeling. Gratitude Rock acts in this way, where you feel, touch, look at that object, and then you're reminded to be grateful for, list the things that you're grateful for in life. The 9th way is to put them in a box. I read this a while ago, I want to say a couple years ago, and I actually found this box. I put it in my sock drawer and I found it a few months ago. It was so funny because a lot of the little objects that I had put in the box I own now, and it was just, I remember thinking this is the silliest thing, but I had a lot of fun. It was like you were shopping for them, you put them in a box, you like cut that. I just printed out some images that I pulled from Amazon. I cut them up, I put them in this tiny little box that I had, and then I put it away. And that, I don't know how that like keeps you focused on it, but it was really fun doing it in the moment. The 10th item that you can create as far as the vision board goes is incorporating all of the senses into that creation. So like what I was saying with the candle, if you want to go to the Bahamas, have that smell around your house to just remind you of what it is that you want, make you feel good. The taste, making sure that any food or anything like that just makes you feel or maybe luxurious if it's something that you want that is more of on a higher end type of a piece. You can add touch, hearing too, sounds of fire crackling to make it cozy in your house. And I don't think it has to be exactly in line with what it is that you want. It's just about feeling good again. The 11th way is a visible affirmation. So scheduling an email to yourself with your affirmation. I've set alarms on my phone, which was always really effective. And then I get the little notification on my watch too if it was an event that I added. Creating bookmarks for yourself. Hanging your affirmation on your wall is, time tested and a great way to do it. On your mirror, different places that, again, just focusing on feeling good. Immersing yourself is the 12th way. So spending time in the environment. You'll hear often people talk about, if you want a car, go and test drive the car. If you walk to work and there's a spot on your way to work that just makes you feel good, go and be in that space. Paying attention to the different environments you're on and intentionally placing yourself in a space that makes you feel good. The 13th way is through meditation. So sitting still in silence and visualizing what it is that you want, and making sure that that visualization is in motion, because that carries with it additional feelings. And I've heard multiple people that practice this form of meditation say you need to add movement into it. That's what I always try to do. It's hard to, when you're meditating, I find it challenging to walk through like my dream kitchen or whatever it is, but adding that movement really makes you feel like you're in that space. The 14th way is to script your day. So writing your day down, imagine you already have what it is that you want. That's something that the 5 a.m. club talks about, where you script your day ahead of time. So every morning he says to write it down. At least that's one suggestion he makes. But there's other books that I've read that encourage people to script things. So imagining how it is that you would feel. The Artist Way did a lot of scripting, but utilizing that as a type of vision board is really nice too, especially if it's in your journal and you can read back on that. And it's just fun. The 15th and final way is kind of I don't know, this might be a hard pill to swallow, but it's using hypnosis. Programming, from what I have understood in the last year when I've really been looking into hypnosis and what it is, programming is coming at us from all different directions, whether it's direct programming in commercials, in the television we watch, in the news, whatever it is, that's shaping our mind. So hypnosis is a somewhat dangerous, I would say, way of making your mind think in a specific way and being really direct about it. So that's something to also look into. There's self-hypnosis, and then there's a practitioner that would assist you with the hypnosis. I just had fun doing some research. I've never done, I've done hypnosis over tape, I shouldn't say tape, over like an audiobook, but I've never done it in person. Those are my 15 ways to incorporate a vision board into your life that goes beyond just the traditional poster board. I hope that was helpful. Let me know what your vision boards are, if you plan on making one for 2021, or if you're just kind of sticking with the one that's already in your home.